The Secret Agent Club, starring Hulk Hogan. Let's get into it. So, The Secret Agent Club is from 1996, lasts roughly 90 minutes, and yes, it stars Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan's character is Ray
Racist?
Chase, and he runs a toy shop. Yeah, he runs a toy shop, and also, he's a spy. He's a secret agent. The toy shop stuff is just a cover.
Secret agent.
He's got a young son called Jeremy, who thinks his dad is a bit of a nerd. He only knows him as a toy shop manager. But we know better because the movie opens with an international weapons trade going down. Yeah, it's this big auction, and the lady in charge, she's got this cool futuristic laser gun, and she's selling it to the highest bidder. And there's lots of people from all different countries, all these dad guys, and they're all out to bid on this amazing weapon. Her name is Eve, and not only is she the auction master, she's also the villain in this particular movie. Yeah. So Ray Chase, Hulk Hogan, he infiltrates the base where this auction is taking place. He goes in, that rhymes, I know, but he goes in and he meets one of the Russian delegates. He beats up the Russian delegate and steals his uniform. Luckily, that guy must also be huge, because not anyone's clothes are going to fit professional wrestler Hulk Hogan. Once everyone has looked at the weapon, they all take a break and go for some food. Yeah, and that's when Ray Chase strikes. He also uses a gentleman's turban to rappel down a building. He goes, he meets the guard. He meets the security guard guarding the weapon, knocks him out easily, and then takes the weapon and he starts to leave the building. Yeah, but then he bumps into Eve and she says, "Oh, you're looking handsome." And she starts to unbutton his coat for some reason. And he's got the gun right there. So she's like, "Security! Get in! Get in, get in, get in!" Luckily, Ray Chase manages to escape. He runs away, but the guards do catch up with him. He's on the edge of a cliff. What's he going to do? Well, he jumps. Luckily, he had a jet ski at the ready. So he skates on that. Yeah. Now, the next morning we see Ray in his car. He's driving to his son's Little League game. Yeah, his son's like, "Oh, here is he? He's always late." That we see Hulk Hogan in the car, and he takes on glasses and takes off a fake moustache. And he turns up, and then he's convinced to play. Yeah, one of the other dads from the opposing Little League team says, "Come on, you and I'll play a quick game of baseball." So Ray Chase is a bit reluctant. He's acting like he doesn't want to. But then when it comes to, he accidentally catches the ball and wins the game. Yeah, it's like Clark Kent pretending he's a dundling idiot, and really he's like blowing tins over to help some kid show up a grown man. After this, Ray and Jeremy go to the toy store to check in with the other toy store manager, talk about the weapon. Yeah, Jeremy sees the weapon and he thinks it's a cool new toy. He's like, "Oh, cool, give me a shot." And Ray says, "No, don't touch that." So they go back in the car anyway, and then they're suddenly chased by about 1,000 cops. Well, a few cop cars chase them. I've got no idea why. No, not a clue. Ray tells Jeremy, "Open up the glove compartment, press the button in there, it'll open up a secret compartment in the back of the car, hide the laser gun in there." Yeah, so he does. And it's a real good job Jeremy was there, because Ray couldn't have reached the glove compartment and reached inside to get that button pressed if he wasn't. So the movie would have been over. I guess so, because the cops are actually working for Eve and they're after the gun. Yeah. Eventually the cops catch up to them. Ray is arrested. Yeah, and Jeremy just runs off and leaves his dad behind to be arrested. So he runs off, and then Rex, W-R-E-C-K-S, Rex is the head bodyguard of Eve. Yeah, and also the bodyguard that Hulk Hogan knocked out earlier. Yeah. So he chases Jeremy. He chases him along some rooftops. He chases him off a roof. This little boy is chased off a roof. This is a family movie. Luckily, Jeremy lands on a giant inflatable teddy bear. Yeah. He runs off to see his friends. They have an underground bunker, which they use as their little clubhouse. What is this movie? I don't know, but he meets his friend Bart and his sister and another couple of their friends. And obviously they don't believe him. No, so he says, "Right, come to the toy shop with me." and they'll find out all about it.
You'll see.
So they go to the toy shop, they find Mako has been beaten up, and is he dead? I don't think so. No, I think he's taken away in an ambulance. Oh yeah, I think you're right. Well, Mako's taken away in an ambulance, he's been beaten up, obviously by Eve's goons. Probably Rex, maybe. Probably, okay, probably. And they also meet Mako's grandson. Yeah, he's a cool kid, he can do karate kicks. They all agree to team up to find out what this weapon is, find out who wants it, who's after them, and who beat up Mako and took Ray. We see Ray, he's tied to a chair, he's got a VR headset on. Oh, before the times. Yeah, but he is being tortured. Yeah, they're showing him videos of his son, and he's saying, "Oh, I hate you, Dad. Tell me where the weapon is." They're trying to break his mind so that he'll say, "Oh, Jeremy, the weapon is in my car," or whatever. Yeah. Speaking of the car, Jeremy and the other kids, they all break into the police impound where Ray's car is impounded. And they break in, they find the secret compartment, and they find the secret weapon. Yeah. And they're like, "Oh, wow, that's cool. Let's take it and go." So they do. They take it, they run off, just as Rex appears. Yeah, and Rex is like, "I'll get you kids." I think he wants to kill them. They're children, Nate. Calm down.
They're just kids.
Rex actually does try to run them over in his car.
Gotcha now, you little brat.
But luckily, a man in a van appears. He opens the van doors and says, "Quick, get in, get in." So they all get in, they all pile in, all the kids get into the van, and they rush off, and Rex is left annoyed again. That's his whole character. We find out this man is a friend of Ray's, his name is Vince, and he tells them everything. He just lays it out to all these kids. "Jeremy, your dad is a secret agent. This is a super powerful weapon. There's a bad people trying to get it. They'll kill you and kill your dad. Now you know everything." It's a lot to lay on a bunch of 10-year-olds. Inside the lab where Ray is being tortured, he just escapes. Yet, nothing happens, nothing changes. He just gets up off the table and touches a guy and then starts to leave. And then he's caught in a big trap. Yeah, it's like the game Nice Trap. This big cage falls from the ceiling and traps him. Mind your head. This is ridiculous, this movie. Well, it's a kids' movie. What kind of kids are going to watch this?
Stupid kids.
Oh, listen, it's not for us. Clearly. So the kids are all alone in Vincent's house. Vince has gone out to do something. Another guy comes in, a stranger, he walks into the house and he starts to say something to the kids. But all of a sudden, Mako's grandson beats him up with all his karate moves. Yeah, and all the kids are cheering and they're tying up and they're gagging. In the bunker, they've got a computer system set up. Yeah, and this is 1996, so I guess they thought the computers can do anything because they just typed in Ray Chase into the computer and they find out all about his espionage exploits. They find out every bit of history and information about this super spy. Not such a secret agent. When they leave the bunker, they meet Vince again and he takes them into a van and Rex is there. Because Vincent is actually a bad guy also.
I am shocked.
Did you not see that coming? You must have. The kids manage to run off and the bad guys give chase. Rex and Vince are chasing the kids and they follow them into this like underground lair, which is actually a gang hideout. Yeah, some gang hideout. It's like 6 guys standing around and there's a 3-way mirror in the corner for some reason. And there's a little chair and that's their hideout. So they all pull out weapons and the kids feel protected. Yeah, but then Vince gets the super weapon off the kids. He manages to get it and he fires it and it hits off the 3-way mirror, bounces around the 3-way mirror for a while, and then the laser beam bounces back and shoots Vincent about 7 times. He falls dead. This is a kids' movie. Why have these gang members got a 3-way mirror? I know you want to look fresh on the streets that come on, or you had little fashion parades. And why do you live underground like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? The kids run off, leaving Rex with the gang members, and they go to the toy store. They stock up on toys which they're going to use as weapons and as tools for rescuing Ray.
Choose your weapons.
We see Ray being tortured again exactly the same way. Yeah, why doesn't he just leave again and just look out for that big trap? Yeah, I don't know, but he's lying there and these subliminal messages of his son telling him he hates him and he needs to know where the gun is and all this. These are being played over and over in his mind. And then Rex comes in to watch the fun. So it's Rex, a crazy doctor guy, and Eve is coming in and out. Outside this heavily fortified, heavily armed and heavily patrolled base, we see the kids, in the ducats and spades, and they just dig their way into the base. Yes, they do. Now, the guy that came into the house earlier, who Mako's son beat up, he's actually Ray's friend. Yeah, and he uses his computer, and he finds out Ray's location. I don't know how he didn't do that earlier. Well, he was knocked out. Yeah, before that. Yeah, I don't know. So we see SEAL teams and things like that scramble to go and rescue Ray. Meanwhile, the kids are in the base and they need to get past this security door that's voice activated. Apparently the only door in the whole base is voice activated, by the way. But they need to get through it. They do. So they take a recording of a guy's voice. Yeah, they use a teddy there. They use Teddy Ruxpin. What?
His name is Teddy Ruxpin. He talks.
Teddy Ruxpin, it was this teddy bear in the 1980s with a cassette recorder for a tummy. What? A cassette recorder. What's that? It's it. We'll go into it later, but it was a cool toy. But yeah, I didn't think it would work like this.
I'm Spanky, verify voice.
So they get through the door, they find Ray in the very first room they look in.
That's handy.
They use water pistols, which look like handguns, to tell Rex and the doctor and Eve to stay back so they can rescue Ray. Yeah. Eve runs off. I think the doctor gets knocked out and strapped to the table, and Ray and Rex have a fight. Yeah, well, two stuntmen with bad legs have a fight. That's fair. Yeah. But it's looking bad for Ray. Rex is a formidable foe. Yeah, but then Jeremy, right? Jeremy uses a nettle slinky. He uses it to connect electricity from an electrical outlet to Rex and totally zap him. I think he's killed him. It looks like it, but Rex will be back. The kids and Ray escape. They make it to the rooftop of the building. I don't know why they went there, but they're using silly string to tie up guards. That doesn't work. They're using marbles and bouncy balls to trip them up. Yeah. And eventually, Ray gets the weapon back because the kids took it back from the underground base before they left Rex with the gang members. Yeah, also, without that, did he just kill those gang members? I don't know, but he seems to be fine. Well, he did seem to be fine until he got electrocuted by a 10-year-old. Yeah. So Ray uses a weapon and he starts taking out members of this private army. Yeah, he's just blasting people and blasting cars. Absolutely, definitely causing death. Probably, definitely. This kid's new there. Eve suddenly appears just as they're about to make their escape and she holds a knife to Jeremy's throat. Kid's new there. And she says, hand over the weapon, Hulk Hogan. Ray. So Ray uses the weapon as a distraction. He gives it to Eve. Eve lets Jeremy go. All the kids and Ray quickly run off. And where they dug a hole with their buckets and spades to get in under the fence of this compound, they have now put a slip and slide, so they all slip and slide under the fence to freedom. Oh dear. So they manage to make their escape just as the Special Forces units arrive, and everyone is shocked that Ray gave Eve the special weapon. They say, oh no, she's going to cause mass destruction. Why have you given her it?
Hey, what you gonna do? I'm a bad guy now.
And then Ray says, don't worry, brother. I don't think he does say brother. He must. He says, don't worry, the weapon was set to self-destruct. Eve doesn't know this though, of course. She goes back inside the building. Somehow, for some reason, she's caught under the trap that caught Ray earlier. Look up. Yeah, you'd think she would know that it's there. It's her building. Anyway, that falls down, traps her. The gun falls just out of reach. Yeah, and then Rex comes along and he's like, ha ha ha, I know you're not us, but you've been mean to me, so you are trapped. This is funny. And then Eve says, listen, you fool. This weapon is set to self-destruct in 5 seconds. Help me. Yeah, and then Rex, who was just about to help her after mocking her, decides, whoop, no chance, and just turns around and starts to run off. Yeah, and then they cut to outside the building and they see the biggest explosion on Earth. Yeah, there's no way anyone survived that. Not the hired goons, not Rex, not Eve. Death and destruction on the likes of which we've never seen. Kids know they. So after this, we see a little ceremony. This is like Star Wars, whatever one it is. They all get medals. All the kids get medals. And Ray's actual friend, the one who actually came to the rescue, he gives the kids a new sign for their underground bunker. And it says, the Secret Agent Club. They're not so secret. Any dad guys will see that and think, well, let's go in and take them out. Yeah, a big signpost probably isn't the best for a secret headquarters. And then it's end credits. Yeah, in these end credits, right, it's not just music. It's a little song. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that is not... Yeah, that's not that weird. No, this is one of those nudies where the end credits song, it's a rap. It is a rap, yeah, but it was the 90s, yeah. That it's the entire plot of the nudie. Listen to this.
Say, haven't you heard your dad? The nerve's been captured by a woman named Eve, who you better believe has something nasty up her sleeve. Eve Bellevon is an evil one, doing anything just to get that gun. The ray gun.
So the Secret Agent Club, not great. It's a bit of a mixed up movie. Yeah, it's absolute nonsense. Anyway, watch it if you want. But it's one of those movies you'd probably see on TV during the summer holidays. It's not great. Hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Brother.